Hey, welcome to the Publish, Promote, Profit podcast with me, Rob Kosberg. Every week, I interview thought leaders and experts who have used a book to grow their income and their impact. So tune in weekly for these interviews so you can learn how to use your own best-selling book and go from hunting for clients and opportunities to instead being the hunted. Hey, welcome everybody. Rob Kosberg here with another episode of the Publish, Promote, Profit podcast. Super excited to have Kim Walsh-Phillips with us today. Kim is the founder of Powerful Professional, a business coaching and educational company. She was recently named number 475 on the Inc. 5000 list. Multi-seven-figure business entrepreneur with no business degree. I love that. And a tendency to say crazy pants more than is socially acceptable. Probably one time is more than socially acceptable. She's the best-selling author of two great books, The Ultimate Guide to Instagram for Business and The No BS Guide to Direct Response Social Media Marketing, which we're going to talk quite a bit about today. Kim is a very in-demand speaker, having shared the stage with Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Kevin O'Leary, Gary Vaynerchuk, and others. Kim, really happy to have you here today. I haven't seen you since Rich Sheffrin's event last year, so good to see you again.
Great to see you too.
You look like you fared well during COVID.
Yeah, I mean, being in the space of teaching businesses how to go online to get more clients, I feel like literally God has prepared me for a time such as this so we could serve people. So our business has doubled since this time last year.
Woo, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is fantastic. You know, obviously, brick and mortars and businesses that haven't had a big, social media footprint, they've gotten hammered, they've gotten crushed. And those that are prepared, or those that can be prepared with things that you teach and train, it's the future, right? We're not going back. I mean, if anything, it's going to, everything is becoming more digitized. So I love that. And of course, your business doubled. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And it's amazing because we've seen traditional brick and mortar, like one of my coaching clients has a wine shop, and you would think, oh my gosh, okay, what did they do? And they were on the island in Nantucket. They did not want to allow any foot traffic into their store. And they literally increased their sales from 1.3 million to $2.7 million in revenue in 1 year. And they just started going online, doing a weekly virtual wine tasting, doing a delivery, doing online ordering. They just pivoted and they increased. And what's amazing is that she leveraged that opportunity to become an expert and authority in her space and launched an online course about how to pick the right wine every time. Speaking of your topic of influence, she's then writing a book about how to pick your right wine every time. Because now she's not just a commodity of a wine shop. She's now the expert and authority and helping you pick the bread. Because what do you want to do when you go out to dinner with your friends, your colleagues, your business associates? You bring a bottle of wine to someone else. You want to make sure you're picking the right one.
Right. And
so she's empowering people. So I think you can look at literally every type of business and say, not how is everybody doing it? Because 87% of those that do marketing get no ROI, but how are the ones who have had success doing it? And you're going to find these clues into how they pivoted in a way unlike how others did it.
Love it. Love it. Let's dive into that just a little bit if we could. So, let's say we have somebody listening that doesn't have any type of real social media footprint, isn't really getting an ROI from it. What are the biggest mistakes that you see that people are making, and what are some of the steps that they can take to fix all that stuff?
It's amazing because I see people try to put themselves in a cookie cutter of what they need to do. I actually had one of my clients recently, she said, I want to send out a weekly post and this is what it should be. And would this irritate you? And I said, it doesn't matter. Stop worrying about what I want. Start showing up as you are. This woman is like incredibly flamboyant. She's got 45 birds. She dresses to the nines. Like she's eccentric in the most wonderful, outrageous way. I said, start showing up like that so you can get people who will actually be attracted to you. Don't look at what someone else is doing and think that's what you need to do. Like, how do you feel the most alive and like yourself? Because when you show up just as you are, you're going to attract people to you who want to work with you just as you are. And then it's going to be this beautiful chemistry and not exhausting at all because you are totally authentic. So the mistake I see people making, number one, is that they try to follow a script or be like somebody else is. Now, we all have little hacks, like things we can do for more results, but be truly yourself. I'll tell you, the way I figured this out was I was at a conference. I had a weekly Facebook Live that I did. I still do it to this day. And I went to the conference cocktail party before I did my live. I had a cocktail. It was rather strong. I get online. I'm totally relaxed. I'm having a great time. It was the most fun I ever had.
Love it.
Doing a live. It was the most responsive my audience ever was. And I was like, why? And I thought about it. I'm like, because I wasn't worried about what will they think or what should I say. I was just having fun and being me. Could I do that without drinking? Because I don't really want to be drunk all day long. Like that wouldn't be good. So I started doing this. I listened to Eminem's Lose Yourself before I would go on doing my lives. And I would get so pumped up, like on fire, that I could hop in my chair. And eventually I don't need the music anymore. I can now just be me. So what could you do to get yourself like in the zone before you show up on social? That's number one. Number two, people typically are either one of two terrible dates, right? When I was single in South Florida, I would meet one of two guys. One would be the super pretty and spent all night talking about himself. And if he ever asked me a question, it would be, why did you go out with me? Which is really another question all about him.
Really?
And then there'd be the other guy who's like, his mama's putting pressure on him to get married. And so he's talking about marriage and kids, like on the first date, completely freaking me out. But on social media, that's what most businesses do. They either are making it all about them or they're trying to get the sale right away, making it way too serious, way too soon. Social media is a cocktail party. People are going to have fun, to escape, to be inspired. And if you're going to pull them away from that cocktail party that they went to escape to and pull them out of that, what you show them first has to be something that's going to entertain, it's going to educate, or it's going to inspire. And so I like to follow a formula called MOM. You're going to be magnetic for your perfect prospects, that they're going to want your thing so much that they're willing to click out of Facebook. O, you get them to opt in away from the funny cat videos and the memes. And then the final M is then you sell them something. So it's MOM. So final M is monetize. So it's mom knows best. This one right here. And it's a way to leverage the power of social where your people currently are, get them to join your list and then become your client.
Love it, Kim. I love it. This is gold. Gold, I tell you. Let me ask you this. So when it comes to social, and this may be more tactical, but I always like tactical stuff as well. Yeah. You know, are you suggesting to people, again, going back to that individual that, you know, maybe is trying to figure it out and stumbling around, do you suggest that they work from their personal profile? Do they work from a business profile? Are they setting up a completely separate kind of persona when it comes to, you know, sharing this new version of yourself, which is the real you?
Yeah, it's such a great question. It should be from a business page and a business account.
Okay.
But that business page and business account should be your name because people want to do business with the individual. Okay. Yeah. And when you look at Elon Musk, he has more than 10 times the number of followers that Tesla does. Richard Branson has 4.4 million followers on Instagram. Virgin Airways has 500,000. People want to have a relationship with an individual, not a company name, not a company logo. And so you utilize your name as the spokesperson of your business to be the leading edge. Now, why would we not do personal? It's because, first of all, using your personal page to grow your business is against terms of service. They can shut you down at any point.
Makes sense.
Number two, there are no analytics for your personal page. You don't know how many people are seeing your posts, how far is the distribution, how well is it doing. Number three, you can't run any ads from your personal page.
Right.
So if you're growing your account, it's going really well, you can't go any farther. And actually, there is a fourth. It has a 5,000 person limit of friend connections on your personal page. And that's limiting the reach of your business. So you really do need to do it in a business. And yes, you will need to spend some money in order to do that. But there's two ways to get somewhere, right? There's the winding road that's completely free, and there's the toll road that will get you there faster.
Yeah.
I always take the toll road. In fact, I don't know about you, Rob, but I look for the express lane on the toll road that I can pay a little extra toll for, so I can get there even faster. Running ads is taking that express lane that you do have to pay for, but it's going to get you there a lot faster.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. It sounds like, I mean, some of what you're sharing obviously is directed towards Facebook, talking about the 5,000 friends limit on your personal page and that kind of thing. Do you have a hierarchy of what people should focus on? You know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, et cetera. What are your thoughts on the different platforms, and also maybe who should focus on what kind of platform, you know, as opposed to another, if that's even a thing?
If you are looking for individual clients, my number one platform that you need to be on right now is Clubhouse. It has more ROI, faster, quicker than any other platform that's out there. People are seeking information on there right now and desiring information 100%. We have generated over 7 figures in revenue from Clubhouse since the beginning of the year.
Amazing.
Because think about it, they're early adopters. They're in there seeking information. They're affluent, typically. And they are on there. They had to figure out a new technology. There to get information, just like a podcast listener is amazing for that reason. But they're in that space, and they need to be there in real time and implement. So you could literally take them from, I will open up a Clubhouse room, and then I will send them to a webinar that I have that starts in 30 minutes, and they will buy. I could take them from not knowing me to buying a 30-minute cycle. It's epic.
Wow.
So that, and then if you use Clubhouse, you need to have Instagram up and running. So Instagram is important for that reason. But for scaling, you're going to use Facebook, because that is 3.6 billion. If you took every social media and combined it, it wouldn't hit the value of Facebook. So I want you to be on there too. And one strategy you can use is you can do a Facebook Live once a week. You take that Facebook Live video, you download it, that becomes your podcast. It can become a post you do on LinkedIn. It can become a video you put on YouTube, and you can slice it up right inside of Facebook. They let you do it to become Instagram stories. So if I was just going to do one thing, I would do my Facebook Live. Now, baller strategy, you could actually go on Zoom. You could do your Facebook Live, okay, through your computer, because you can broadcast a Zoom into Facebook. That would record the whole thing. So that would now make it a video. And then I would have on my phone, I'd have my AirPod in my ear, and I could be on Clubhouse giving all that same information at the same time.
Wow.
I've done that. I've done a Facebook Live while I do a Clubhouse room and gotten all that content done in 30 minutes.
Wow. How cool. Love that.
Yeah.
Baller. That's what ballers do right there. Fantastic. You know, it's funny. I mean, Clubhouse was so hot, and it felt a little bit like to me that it kind of tapered off, but evidently I'm wrong, and I just haven't been paying close enough attention.
Yeah. I mean, it is, if you are someone who is seeking clients, it is the number one place I would say to go, because really, I love LinkedIn too for person-to-person outreach, and we get a lot of success with LinkedIn, but it's not real-time interaction. It's just not. And so I have someone who does my LinkedIn for me now because they can. This is literally getting in the space and getting to meet. I have, so like random side note, I have a call later today with an NFL player who is going to have me help them launch their course, who I literally met on there because he heard me speak about something, DM me, and now he's my client. And like, I've had this happen multiple times on that platform.
No kidding. You had mentioned, and I'm assuming it's the DM version of it, but you had mentioned if you're going to run on Clubhouse, you need to have Instagram set up. Is that the communication, the one-on-one communication device that you're using in conjunction with Clubhouse?
Yeah, it's Instagram and Twitter is the other option, but Instagram's a lot more popular. I do have a Twitter account, but I don't, and my publisher will use that for that piece. That's big in the literary, but not big in the client.
Right.
Instagram is really the one that you want to have set up because that's the one you're going to use.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Good. What am I not asking about the social media piece? Because, I love what you share. I love the mom. That's a great acronym, right? Mom's always right. So what am I not asking about it? Like, what are the newbies or people that really don't have a good presence? What are they struggling with? What, like when you talk to them, what are the things that they're afraid of or they're challenged by or they've known for years that they should be doing is why are they not? And how can we help them overcome that?
Well, the exciting thing is that you can grow a following very quickly online, and you should, because when you think about tribe mentality, right, Rob, you know this, like for the books, right, when they have more reviews, people feel like it's more credible.
It's a good book.
It's something that we call tribe mentality, that people protect themselves by choosing things that other people have choose before they have to make that choice. It's a safety mechanism that's built into our DNA. And so when I go to your Facebook page, I go to your Instagram page, and you have no followers, even if you are awesome, it makes me think, I'm not so sure about that. The good news is you can grow your followers very quickly on Facebook, and you can leverage that in the other channels that are online. And so what I'm so excited about is that we have an upcoming challenge that we're partnering with you on.
Yes, excited.
And people are going to be able to join in. But I'll give you a quick little preview, and then we'll give them the link that they can come in on it.
Cool.
So when it comes to Facebook, what I want you to think about is it is an international audience, okay? All the people of the world are on this, and Facebook sees all people the same. We might think about it differently. I don't do business with people over in Italy. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't, because they're fabulous, but maybe you're thinking that right now. So, but Facebook, they see us and everybody else in every country the same. So you can leverage that with growing the followers of your page. You're actually able to. There's a type of ad on Facebook called Promote Your Page. And the entire purpose of it is for you to get more followers. You can choose the demographics that you're looking for. Let's say you're an expert. Let's say you are a therapist and you specialize in kids. Okay. Let's say that's your specialty. And you might want to target moms that go to Whole Foods. Maybe that's your target market. Okay. And organic living and all the different categories for that. You could set up all of your paid promote page with moms that have these kinds of interests. And then you just choose the location setting of worldwide. In that free training, we're going to show you how, but you're going to choose the location setting of worldwide. Well, what Facebook sees is there's this massive audience they get to choose from. And the larger you can choose from when setting up an audience, the better it goes. And they're going to be like, ding, 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 ding. They're going to get you followers at pennies a piece. You can get thousands of followers in just a few days. And then when you shut that ad down and you open up an ad to drive in clients, you can choose the same interest and just change the location to the exact location you want to target. Facebook has already vetted your page. They say people know, like, and trust them. Yeah. They already have followers, and the demographics are already set up. So you're able to reach more people at a lower cost than you ever could before you ran the campaign.
Wow. Love that. Love that. Good stuff, Kim. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, let's give them the link now. We'll do it again at the end. I want to change gears just a minute and talk about your most recent book. I want to talk about the No BS Guide book. But let's give them the link now to the challenge that's upcoming, because I think it's a challenge that anybody that wants to grow their platform, their social platform, they need to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you have it written down. So if you want to share that.
Publish Pro Profit / let me just open up my book and make sure. Get more followers. So publishproprofit.com / get more followers will be the link for Kim's challenge. So, and we'll give that again at the end, but let's change gears for just a second. Yeah. Obviously, you've written your books to make an impact on people. Your books have done fabulous. You've made an amazing impact on people. Your business is exploding. But your books have also done amazing things for you, right? They've gotten you perhaps stages, perhaps revenue. Talk to me about what your books have done for you, and specifically the No BS Guide to Direct Response Social Media Marketing, because that's the one that you have some cool things with that you shared.
Yeah, it's amazing because I spent a long time as someone who worked really hard in her space, who was not seen as the expert. I ran all the marketing and promotions for the downtown of the community that I lived in. I worked for their Main Street organization, and I would get like the retailers to come and they really wouldn't listen to me. And I would always feel like I'd have to bring in outside speakers to say the same thing I would have said, right. But because it's an outside speaker, they would value them. And what's amazing now is I have these same people who reach out to me to ask if I can autograph their book for them, because it's something about a book that changes the way that people see you as an expert. Yep. So my first time I published the book, The No BS Guide, Direct Response Social Media Marketing with Dan Kennedy, was 2015. And then it republished last year, which is a crazy time, but it worked. And that one book alone, and this is why I keep doing books, that one book alone has generated 16,125 leads to our list and $1,463,733.24 in revenue. Not only is it over 7 figures in revenue, but the people who come through our book funnel are the best clients because they were action takers, they were information seekers, and they had to jump through a hoop to get our information. So it wasn't just, I love Facebook ads, but it wasn't just clicking on a Facebook ad that's super easy. They had to put effort in. They already see me as the expert. They already see me as the authority, and they come to us asking what they can buy. Yeah. That is very different than me having to offer them something to sell.
I love that. I love how you know to the penny exactly what's come through. You know, when you're running a funnel and you're obviously running funnels in coordination with your book and whatnot, then it's easy to track and it's easy to know exactly what has happened from it. And so congratulations on that. I mean, sometimes people hear these numbers and they must be thinking, you know, holy cow. But these are not numbers from royalties. This is not because 1 million books sold. This is because you are very, very smart with using your book in conjunction with making higher level offers, high ticket offers, et cetera. So very, very cool. Congratulations on the success of that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's super simple. We just offer a free gift inside our book and people get it and then we can track them. We know exactly down to the penny how much money they spend.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. Okay, Kim. So we want to send them to publishpromoteprofit.com/get more followers, right? /get more followers. And that's for your free challenge that is coming up. When does it start? What's the date on it?
The challenge opens up the beginning of August.
Beginning of August. So that's when the challenge is. The challenge is free for people, which is totally amazing. So there's no reason not to participate in it because you're going to learn some amazing things from Kim. So any final words for those that, you know, maybe it's time for them to take up the social media marketing gauntlet?
If you've been following what other people are doing and think the secret is to copy what they do, don't. Most people who are using social media marketing to grow their business or books to grow their business don't know what they're doing and they're not getting results. You have from Rob path and blueprint to follow in order to get the results you're looking for. And now you have a way to drive traffic into it. And so stop struggling. We're not ever going to be rewarded up in heaven for reinventing the wheel. That's not going to be a statement that's said. Instead, you're going to have a blueprint, follow it in order to grow the business that you've been dreaming about all along.
Love it. Love it. Kim, thank you. Thanks for sharing, being your authentic self. And thanks for all the amazing advice and tips that you've given. So I look forward to seeing you on the challenge. And I can't wait to be a part of it with you.
Thanks so much for having me. It was a blast.
Bye.